In this example, we will see how we can load the data from an existing workbook. So we have a workbook here called samples.xlsx. Let's quickly open this and see what data we have with us. All right, so we have 100 rows and we have 15 columns. And the data that we have has the marketplace, the customer ID, review ID, product ID, the product parent, the product title, product category, star rating, helpful votes, total votes. Then we have wine, verified purchase, and review headline and review body and review date. So this is dataset for an Amazon listing where these are reviews for different products that have been purchased. For example, if you look at the first one, the customer ID and review ID and the product ID and the product parent is just an alphanumeric code. The product title is gold ion plated stainless steel and brown leather watch. And then we have the star rating, which is 5. We have the verified purchase and we also have the review headline. After which we have the detailed review, which is the review body. And like this, we have 100 different products that have been purchased. Okay, so let's come back to our Jupyter notebook. And the first thing I want to do is to load my workbook. So we say from open by Excel, we want to import load workbook, and then again from open by Excel, we want to import a workbook. Now we need both of these because we want to load an existing workbook and then we might want to create another workbook of our own. The workbook is equal to load underscore workbook, and here you can simply put the file name. Again, because the samples workbook is in our root, we don't have to give the path, but if you wanted to, you could have given the path as well. The sheet is the active workbook sheet. And then I also want to say that the title sheet is equal to workbook.active. Now this, remember, is just a name that we are giving. It could be any name that you wanted to give. And then we also say that the sheet title is equal to the title sheet dot title, and the sheet value is equal to, let's say we want to pick the value from A1. So we can write A1 dot value. All right. Now we want to see the results, right? So I can print my sheet title, which is equal to, and let's concatenate the sheet title here. And then we also want to print the cell value, which is concatenated with the sheet value. Okay, so when we run this, you notice it tells us that the sheet title is reviews and the cell value is marketplace. Let's quickly go back and check. So if you notice, the worksheet name is reviews, which is what you're getting here as the sheet title, and the cell value is marketplace, which is the value from the cell A1. So we saw that one way of accessing a particular cell was to simply write the cell reference. But sometimes in a model, you don't want to write the cell reference, but you want to write the coordinates, which would be the row number and the column number. So let's just say that sheet value 2 is equal to, and this time rather than writing the cell reference as in A1, we want to write sheet dot cell where the row is 10 and the column is 6 dot value. And once we have done this, we can simply print this, and you notice the result comes as G-Shock men's gray sport watch. the 10th row and the 6th column, right? Which means in our data set, we want to look at the 6th column and the 10th row, and the value is G-Shock men's gray sport watch. Now, no one option is better than the other one. Both of these give you the result that you want. So you can either write the cell reference or you can write it like this. It really depends on the use case. Both of them have their own advantages. Even if you're working with Visual Basic on Excel, you would know that there are two different ways of referring to a cell. So you can either write the cell reference or you can write the row and the column coordinate.